Trust me, this is only the tip of the iceberg. These are huge, massive developments. Sadly, they're almost completely ignored by other so-called news networks. You know, the same people that spent the last 2.5 years spreading lies, propaganda, misinformation, conspiracy theories, and a hoax that we've never seen in our lives. By the way, did they ever admit that they're wrong? No, never. We still see baseless conspiracy theories that fit what is a vengeful, psychotic, deranged, anti-Trump narrative. It is a psychosis at this point. And yet again, last night, Conspiracy TV, msdnc, low-rated Lawrence O'Donnell was at it again. Let's take a look.
This single source close to Deutsche Bank has told me that Donald Trump's loan documents there show that he has co-signers. That's how he was able to obtain those loans, and that the co-signers are Russian oligarchs.
What? Really?
That would explain, it seems to me, every kind word Donald Trump has ever said about Russia and Vladimir Putin, if true. And I stress the if true.
What? Really? If true. Oh, the if true part. Except it wasn't true. And what you just heard was completely and totally false. But just an average day at NBC News. This is what they do every second, minute, hour of every 24-hour day, 365 days a year. In fact, documents for those loans are publicly available, Lawrence. NBC News, hello, online, easily disproven. And, of course, O'Donnell's malicious lies. It's nothing new. An attorney for the president demanded NBC News, quote, immediately and prominently retract, correct, and apologize for the aforementioned false and defamatory statements. Under the threat of legal action, O'Donnell was forced to walk back his lies, tweeting, quote, last night I made an error in judgment by reporting an item about the president's finances that didn't go through our rigorous verification standards process. Well, actually, Lawrence, the BS you displayed last night was just a perfect example of what NBC's rigorous so-called journalistic standards are pretty much every night on every day for the last 2.5 years on your conspiracy network. Every single hour of every day dedicated to spreading their hatred, their propaganda, their lies, their conspiracies, all on behalf of the DNC. They have a political agenda. Don't take my word for it. Just listen for yourself. The outright lies that make it through NBC's rigorous verification and standards. What? Process. Take a look.
You now have a president, as you said, talking about exterminating Latinos.
There is no one in the country right now who's not impaired or a moron who doesn't see that Donald Trump is in the bag for Vladimir Putin.
You have somebody inside the White House that the New York Daily News says is mentally unfit, that people close to him say is mentally unfit, that people close to him during the campaign told me had early stages of dementia.
You can say that's not okay to say, but
it is okay to say. When are we supposed to say this? After the first nuclear missile goes?
What does Vladimir Putin have that creates so much fear in Donald Trump? The guilty that Robert Mueller got on October 5th and was revealed today was a guilty about collusion.
The presidency is effectively a Russian op, right?
Trump is as destructive a person in this century as Hitler, Stalin, and Mao were in the last century. He may be responsible for many more million deaths than they were.
Preserving our heritage, reclaiming our heritage, that sounds a lot like a certain leader that killed members of my family and about 6 million other Jews in the 1940s.
Trump is a demagogue. He is a hate monger, and he is really bringing fascism to America.
Paul Manafort, the president's former campaign chairman, paid secret visits, multiple ones, to Julian Assange at the Ecuadorian embassy in London.